Has Kirk Cousins played his last game with the Vikings?
Hut, hut, hike, hike.
All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Lupagus. Here's Onebar. And a question we probably should have asked earlier in the week, but we're going to ask it now. Has Kirk Daniel Cousins played his last game in purple?
Yeah, before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, here every damn day talking Minnesota Vikings. And you know what? I'm glad we didn't talk about it sooner. It was too soon. Hearts hurt very, very badly.
Hearts hurt, parts hurt, everything hurted. Things were coming out chunky and squirts. It was just bad. It was just bad. Belly aches, headache, everything was bad. So, question now, Kirk Cousins, has he played his last game in purple? Is his last game with the Vikings going to be a victory at Lambeau Field? Putting a little exclamation point in his Vikings career, or is there more to come?
Yeah, and let's be clear, nobody knows. Nobody knows. You can try to dissect what Kevin O'Connell's saying or what they did this last offseason. Anybody is just a guess. So that's the main thing. We want to know in the comments below, do you think he is done? Do you think he will be back? But Lupagus, what are you thinking?
Well, there's a couple things. What can we actually go from? You said nobody really knows. KOC kind of alluded to in his press conference that he would like to continue to work with Kirk Cousins. Kwesi kind of also had the same thing said in his press conference. So coming from those two guys, hinting more towards, yeah, they wouldn't mind working with Kirk Cousins, makes you think maybe there's still life here in his career in purple.
Yeah, but they could have already done that. Kirk Cousins came to them last offseason, even supposedly at a discounted price, and they didn't do it. So they could say one thing and they could shit on the floor. It doesn't mean anything until something's actually done.
And I also think there was something building here. Like I felt before the injury, like it kind of felt like if you're reading comments and things going on, even from inside sources, that there was a sense that the Vikings may look to extend Kirk Cousins for a couple years and still potentially draft that quarterback in the first round, letting him grow behind Cousins. Again, this competitive rebuild, we don't really know what that is. There's no definition for that in the Webster dictionary for anybody who uses that still. So is that what it is? Is it, keeping your team good while also preparing for the future?
Well, here's the worst part. Here's a razor blade to the ball sack. He had his best year. The dude looked phenomenal. He looked fantastic. Our offensive line playing out their ass. We got all these weapons. It's like to move on from him, whether it's going up and getting some awesome stud rookie quarterback, whatever, we are going to be taking a step back. And you know what? Maybe that was Kevin O'Connell's plan all along, have Cousins be here for a little while and then go get his boy and start his regime. Same with Kwesi. But that's going to be real tough. Kirk Cousins made it extremely tough to move on from him after what he just did this year. And then you got to pile on the injury, the sad part of it. I mean, it's all lovey-dovey right now. Everybody's saying how much they love Kirk. That's got to factor into the equation how much the players on this team love this man.
Absolutely. The guys could even talk about his injury. I mean, he's truly a leader and is showing more and more, especially with him gone. Everybody's realizing, oh my God, Kirk's not here. He's not in the building, but I think he's going to be in the building. He's going to be on the sidelines. Won't be surprised if he's wearing his helmet, getting the calls.
Probably wearing it right now.
Yeah, just being part of the team. So I don't expect him to be gone. Kirk Cousins will still be a part of this team moving forward. Obviously, he won't be on the field. As far as his Achilles injury in the future, he's not a running quarterback. I think it's going to be fine. I mean, I don't think that's going to affect his game. He's probably got, 4 or 5 quality years left. Maybe 2 quality, and then 4 where he's probably a decent. I mean, you can play until you're 42, 43 as a quarterback now, and he's 35, 36. So, yeah, I think he's still got a lot left to give. You mentioned he's playing well. Another thing I think the Vikings need to think about when they're talking about their competitive rebuild is this NFC. It's not great. There's 3 good teams, and so you can compete in this thing. If you have Cousins, I mean, the Vikings will be right back in the thick of this thing next year. So the NFC is not a good conference right now.
Well, the other side of it is you get that rookie quarterback. He's going to be cheaper. He's going to be a lot more dynamic, most likely in the pocket, something that we haven't seen in quite some time. So you get that whole different type of offense, pairing that up with Jefferson, Addison, all that. So there are good things on the other side as well. Be able to spend a lot more money on other positions other than just throwing a shit ton at Kirk Cousins. So I get both sides. I don't know. I think the front office and Kevin O'Connell must already know. I mean, they must know what they're going to do.
You would think so, but again, they didn't go out and try to get somebody they could re-sign in this trade deadline. They got Josh Dobbs, a plug-and-play. You have with Jaron Hall. Ask me this at the beginning of the season. Is this Kirk Cousins' last season with the Vikings? I would have said yes. Ask me now if this is his last game with the Vikings. I'm going to say no. I think Kirk Cousins will be back.
I think he will be back too. People probably won't really like that. There's a lot of people that want to move on from him, but picture this. We bring Cousins back. We bring him back on a 2-year deal. We don't have to go all in and blow our load on the quarterback this year. Keep those eyes closed.
No,
and instead, maybe we blow our load on like a big defensive lineman, a top 10 defensive lineman in the draft. Spend all that cheddar we got in free agency on some young defensive players and bring Kirk Cousins back for 2 more years. Let's go. Quarterback isn't the issue. Bring him back.
I think I need a napkin.
You do need a napkin front and back. So if we want to be competitive in the next coming years, we bring him back, 2-year deal, wham, bam. But would he take a 2-year deal? Probably not.
I don't know. I think he really likes it here. I think he would.
You're probably right. But let us know in comments.
I'll talk to Julie about it.
It's a mystery.
It is a mystery. All right. As you're thinking about Kirk Cousins and letting us know if this is his last game with the Vikings, in your opinion, don't forget to drop hashtag 10K. And don't forget this. A UK survey found that couples who sleep naked together are more likely to be happy with their relationship than those who sleep clothed.